Hey guys, Andrew from Sleep Right Australia here. As per our Facebook support group for CPAP users, I'm going to make a little video for you just to explain the benefits of AirMini. If you've got any questions, just pop them in the comments and I'll answer them later. I'll probably miss something, but I'll do my best to cover everything as we go. So the first thing and obvious thing about AirMini is its size. It's very, very small. So if we compare it to an AirSense 10 machine, I'll just grab one out now. So AirSense 10, AirMini. So AirMini, you put it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So probably 1/6 of the size of the AirSense 10. So, you know, obviously very small. That's why it's called a mini, and that's why, you know, it's been a very popular machine. With the AirMini, with masks, you've only got the 3 options. You've got the P10, which I'll do most of my demonstrating with, the F20 full face mask, and the N20 nasal mask here. So of note with these things, the humidification is waterless, but it's only available for the P10 and N20. If you go with the F20, you're not going to have humidification with this. Not sure even when that's going to be released. There's lots of differing news and views on that, and whenever I speak to ResMed, I'm getting inconclusive answers. So unfortunately, no answers on that front yet. I'll show you how the humidification tab works. Basically, they go in here. There's 2 different strengths of humidity. So this one's your basic strength, and then there's a grey one, which is your Humid X Plus, it's called. So it gives you a little bit extra. When you're putting them in, basically just click them in. There's only one way they'll go. Twist your mask on, then you're away. What I've done here, I just got the battery as well. So there's a battery available, so you can run it off this battery here. It's light, it's pretty small itself. It's only a tiny bit bigger than the AirMini. Get 2 nights use out of the battery, then you'll need to charge it. I think it takes around 4 hours to charge. It can also be used as a backup power supply. So if you're at home and the battery goes out, the power goes out of the wall, the battery will kick in and you can still use your machine afterwards. So the battery is pretty cool. It's probably worth another video. We'll talk about that another time though. So AirMini works really easily. Once you've got power into it, chuck it on. Breathe into it. It'll turn itself on. So with MIDI, that's on now. There's a little bit of different noise that comes because there's a fair bit of air stuff going on around the humidification. There's a bit of noise that comes through here. Some people notice it, some people don't. You've already seen it a few times in the forum. There are people that have noticed it and have been able to get used to it, and it hasn't been an issue. So that's a good thing. It's got smart stop on it, so it'll turn itself off once you take it off. There you go. It's a good thing. It's also got a 12-volt converter, so you can power it direct from a 12-volt power socket. That's also useful information. Otherwise, the power from the wall looks like this. So it's a pretty long cord too, which is a good thing. The other thing of note is there's a mounting system, so you can store it really effectively. So one of them will just clip, so you could clip it onto that and it'll just sit on the side of a drawer. There's another slip that goes under the mattress and you can store it there, or there's a little plate you can screw into a wall and twist it on and it'll sit on like that. It's really good. I've made a video on that already. I'll put that in the comments as well. So have a look at that. In terms of reading data, there's no data that actually comes up on Mini. What it does, it Bluetooth transfers over to your phone using My Air. So I'm going to struggle to show it to you. Hopefully you can see that. But what it'll do each morning, it'll give you a score out of 100, and that's based on how long you used it, whether your mask sealed properly, the events per hour, how many times you took your mask on and off, and then that'll give you a score out of 100. It's a pretty new concept, but it gives you a good general indication. And you know, if your base scores 100 and then it drops down to 85 or 80 or something, then you know you've got to do something to acknowledge that and get that fixed up. So good general indicator. What will also happen, that data will get sent through to us. We use a program called AirView, and that gives us a bit more detail. So if you are having issues, we can jump on our computer, check out the charts, see what's happening at certain parts of the night, and we're trained to know what to do in certain situations. So yeah, it's set up nicely in terms of the data side of things there too. Maintenance wise, if you're using the humidification, you'll need to change that every 30 days, and that's 30 days from opening, not 30 days use, so bear that in mind. And it's got a little air filter at the front, just lives in here. We always tell people to take these out and flick them every couple of weeks, replace them every few months. It's easily missed, the air filter. Every machine's got one, make sure you do it. It does make a big difference. And there, slide it back on like that. That's a pretty quick tour of the Mini. Like I said, the thing that most people know about it is that it's small, so it's about 1/6 of the size of the AirSense 10. It's got a waterless humidifier. It can run on battery. You'll get 2 nights out of the battery. And I believe these have got a solar charger as well. So if you're out camping, yeah, you can get a solar charger for it, leave it out in the sun all day and it'll do its thing. So that's pretty cool. The mount system's good. And you can only use the 3 masks, the P10, the N20 and the F20. So yeah, that's just useful information to have. Anyway, this video I think is a good starting point to start a discussion around Mini. I hope I've answered your questions. If there are any more, chuck them in the comments and we'll go from there. Thanks guys.